Friends. I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend and is ready to be back in Zoom together. Today we are going to get started with lesson 7. So make sure you have your paper and pencil or your whiteboard and marker with you so that you can follow along with me as we go. Feel free to pause the video as you need if you need some extra time to write things down or to solve problems. Let's start with some review of our place value. What is this number in standard form? Look at our place value blocks and tell me, what is this number in standard form? As a quick reminder, standard form is a fancy way of saying number form. So the standard form would be 146. What would the unit form be? That's right, 100, 4 tens, 6 ones. We broke up our number into its units of hundreds, tens, and ones. What about our expanded form? Remember, expanded form means we add our units together. So expanded form would be 100 plus 40 plus 6 equals 146. How many ones are in 146? Think about it this way. If we had to draw 146 using only our ones, how many ones would we have to draw? 146. How many tens are in the tens place? There are 4 tens in our tens place. We can look at our number and see our tens place and see that there's a 4 there. Or we can look at our place value blocks and see that there are 4 tens in the tens place. How many tens are in 146? Now notice this is a different question. We're not asking how many tens are in the tens place, but how many tens are in 146? We know that we have 4 tens, but we also know that 100 is equal to 10 tens. So 10 tens plus 4 tens is 14 tens. We can also look at our number 146. If we look at the tens place and everything before it, it shows us how many tens are in 146. That's how we got 14 tens. What digit is in the ones place? 6 is the digit in our ones place. How many more ones does 6 need to make a 10? That's right, we need 4 more ones to make a 10. What is 146 plus 4? We know that those ones, 6 plus 4, are going to get us to a new 10. So 146 plus 4 equals 150. What is 146 plus 5? That's one more than 146 plus 4. So 146 plus 5 equals 151. What is 1 less than 146? Very good, it's 145. What is 1 more than 146? Awesome, 147. What is 10 more than 146? If you look, we have 4 tens. If we add another 10, we would have 156. What is 10 less than 146? Think of it as taking away one of these tens. 10 less than 146 is 136. What is 100 more than 146? Think about adding a hundreds block here, a hundreds flat. It would be 246. And what is 100 less than 146? Think of that as taking away this 100 flat. 100 less than 146 is 46. Great job, friends. Let's move on to taking out our tens. 53 ones equals 5 tens, 3 ones. See if you can answer these with me. 68 ones equals 6 tens, 8 ones. 49 ones equals 4 tens, 9 ones. 97 ones equals 9 tens, 7 ones. Great job. Let's keep it up as we do some more. 29 ones equals 2 tens, 9 ones. 100 ones. This is a tricky one, but I think you can get it. 100 ones equals 10 tens and 0 ones. We know that our 10 tens make 100. 116 ones equals, if we look, 11 tens and 6 ones. 136 ones equals 13 tens and 6 ones. Great job, friends. Let's go ahead and jump into our lesson today. I know a lot of you are super excited because I know for my class, I let y'all know that we were going to start working on our vertical form, which is stacking our numbers to add, and I know some of you have learned this from your parents already, but if not, that is okay. We're going to learn it together today. Remember, make sure you have your whiteboard or your paper so you can write these with me. We've learned how to add our numbers horizontally using different mental strategies, and horizontally just means side to side. Let's learn another way to add, and like I mentioned a minute ago, it's called vertical form. We can write our numbers vertically or on top of each other, up and down, with one number above the other so that each digit is in the correct place value column. We need to use our nice, neat handwriting. So let's start with this problem. 34 plus 25. If you look, I lined up my numbers so that my ones are on top of each other and my tens are on top of each other. Just like in my place value chart, I would have a line in between my tens and ones. With my vertical form, I have a small space in between my tens and ones. Remember, we're using our best handwriting to make sure that we don't get our numbers mixed up. We're going to use our place value chart and place value discs to show our work as we add. We can place our discs straight up and down, making groups of 5. So why don't you count with me as I model our addends? Remember, addends is a fancy second grade word for two numbers that we add together. So in this case, our addends are 34 and 25. We are adding those two numbers together. Let's start by showing 34 on our place value chart. Count with me as we go. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. We've shown our 3 tens and 4 ones. Next, we need to add or draw another 2 tens and 5 ones. Count with me to 25 as we show them on our place value chart. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We have now shown our 3 tens and 4 ones and our 2 tens and 5 ones. If you'll notice, I kept mine in rows or columns of 5 or groups of 5 so that it's easier for me to keep track of my discs. If you'll notice, we said that this model matches the numbers written in our vertical form. We have 3 tens and 4 ones plus 2 tens and 5 ones. Let's look at our ones place. We have 4 ones plus 5 ones. Let's count our units of ones together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 ones. Did we compose a 10? No, we didn't have enough ones to make a 10, so we're going to keep it as 9. We'll show our 9 ones in the vertical form like this. We write the 9 below the line in the ones place. Now, let's add our units of 10. Count with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We have 5 tens, so we'll write the 5 below the line in the tens place. See how I kept my numbers nice and neat and in line with their place value? All of my ones are stacked on top of each other, and all of my tens are stacked on top of each other. Now, let's count the value of our number. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. So 34 plus 25 equals 59. See how our place value chart still matches our vertical form? We want to make sure they always match because that's the best way to check our work. Let's do another problem. Make sure you're doing this one with me, and we will see if we can use our vertical form together. Remember, we can write our numbers vertically, which means one number above the other, so that each of our digits is in the correct place value column. See how my ones, again, are stacked on top of just the ones? And my tens are stacked just on top of the tens. Make sure that you're using your nicest, neatest handwriting so that you can keep track of your numbers and keep them in their right place value. Make sure you've written 36 plus 45 with your nice, neat handwriting. We're going to draw our place value chart and place value discs to show this problem. Count with me as we model our add-ins, or the numbers we're adding together. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. We've shown our first number, 36. Can you guess what we're going to show on our place value chart next? That's right, we're going to draw 45 more. That means 4 tens and 5 ones. Count with me as we draw 4 tens and 5 ones. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. We've now shown 36 plus 45 on our place value chart. Let's look at our ones place first. We are always going to look at our ones place first. We can never skip over to our tens place. We have to start with our ones, okay? So let's see, what is 6 ones plus 5 ones? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11 ones. Can we keep 11 ones in our ones place? No, it's too full. We need to make a 10. We can bundle a 10 because we know that 11 ones is the same as 1 10 and 1 1. And where do tens belong? They belong in the tens place. So let's go ahead and bundle 10 ones. Remember, we're going to make it look like they're all bundled up in a sleeping bag. Bundle up just those 10 ones, and then draw a new 10. You can draw your arrow pointing to your new 10 to remind yourself that those 10 ones made a 10. Once you've shown your new tens disc, we can cross out those 10 ones because we know we exchanged them for a 10. We no longer have those 10 ones. So watch, we'll show this step in our vertical form because remember we always want our vertical form to match our place value chart. We're going to show this step by writing the new unit of 10 on the line below the tens place. See it right here? This is showing that we made one new 10. We had 3 tens and 4 tens, but when we added our ones together, we made a new 10. We made one new 10. So when we show this new unit of 10 on our line below the tens place, remember we're keeping it in line with those tens, this is called new groups below. It shows that we made a new 10 below the rest of our tens. We know that 6 plus 5 was 11, like we said, which is 1 10, shown on our line, and 1 1. If we look at our place value chart, we see that we have 1 1 in the ones place. That's why there's 1 1 in the ones place on our vertical form too. Now we need to add our tens, including our new unit. We know that our 3 tens plus 4 tens is 7 tens, and one more 10 equals 8 tens. So we write our 8 below the line to show that we have 8 tens, just like on our place value chart we have 8 tens. So that means our answer is 81. 36 plus 45 equals 81. Can you explain how each change we modeled on our place value chart matches each step that I recorded in the vertical form? We talked about this as we went, right? We said that we bundled our ones to make a 10, and we showed that new 10 on our vertical form too. If we look at our vertical form, our tens place has 8 tens, just like our place value chart. And our ones place in our vertical form has 1 1, just like our place value chart has 1 1. Now it's your turn. Let's see if you can solve this problem. I'll talk you through it as you go. On your whiteboard or paper, go ahead and use your place value discs to model 65. Remember, we can draw our place value chart by drawing one big rectangle and drawing those 2 lines to separate our place value chart into hundreds, tens, and ones. As you are drawing your place value discs to model 65, make sure you're whisper counting as you draw those discs on your chart. Did you draw 6 tens and 5 ones on your place value chart? Great job! 6 tens and 5 ones should be on our place value chart. Now model your 17 because remember, we're adding 17 more. So how many tens and ones do you need to draw on your place value chart now? That's right, you need 1 10 and 7 ones. Go ahead and draw your 1 more 10 and 7 more ones on your place value chart. Now, look at your model, your place value chart. Can you tell me what 5 ones plus 7 ones is? That's right, it's 12 ones. Can you use your place value discs to show what we should do here? I'll give you a hint. Look at that ones place on your place value chart. We know that 12 is too many to keep in our ones place. So what can we do? We should have bundled 10 of our ones to make a 10. So make sure you have bundled those 10 ones. Make a new 10 in your tens place. and cross out those 10 ones that you had because we exchanged them for a 10. Where do we record our new unit of 10 on our vertical form? On the line below the tens place. Go ahead and show on your line in your vertical form that you made a new 10. Remember, it goes on the line underneath our tens place. How many ones are in your ones place now on your place value chart? That's right, you're left with 2 ones. So we're going to write our 2 ones under our ones place on our vertical form. Now count your tens. Don't forget to count your new unit. How many tens do we have? We have 8 tens. So we're going to write that 8 below the line in the tens place, because we know that 6 plus 1 is 7, plus one more, that new 10 that we made, is 8. So 65 plus 17 equals 82. Do your discs match what you wrote on your vertical form? Think about how they match. Do your numbers match? Did your bundled 10 did your bundled ones to make a new 10 match this one on your place value on your vertical form? Very good. We want to make sure that those always match. Great job today, friends. Make sure you bring your whiteboard or your paper to our Zoom meeting so that you are ready to do some vertical form together. Thank you, friends.